get to let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've seen. Y'all can let me know. Let's get into some mess. Absolutely. I got it ready. I got it ready. Health profiles. We find out moments of suffocation. It's just we're gonna get to it because throughout the week I see a lot. I hear a lot.
Oh Lordy Lord. Oh Jesus.
That's what he said.
Oh Lordy Lord. Oh
Having
Jesus.
suspicions that he wasn't working. He was just playing dress up for us. Some of the stuff is not memorable. Like when people attack me and shit like that in these streets, it's never memorable. I know a homosexual, whether male or female, when I see one.
Drop a bomb on that.
Test 1 2 test 1 2 test 1 2 test 1 2. Okay. I believe we are gonna be okay. I saw what the issue was, and we should be okay. Remember how I was attempting, which by the way, Miss View, it worked out very, very good last night. I was only on a 4-second delay. Okay, and that's because I made some changes to some settings that I guess I needed to switch back. So I just switched some of the settings back. I don't anticipate that issue again. We should be good. So where was I? So yes, we went ahead and I'm sorry if I keep looking down. I'm just looking at the playback to make sure that I'm still moving, because in the system, because it records, so it makes a copy of the actual video, so I don't freeze in the system, even though I may be frozen out there. So that's just a little thing that I have to keep on monitoring. Anyway, so he began to just tell his truth from A to C about everybody in the sector, positive and negatives and indifferent. It was just a really nice, good, open conversation. So that was nice. So what I'm going to do is, plus I play some music, so I'm a truth serum. Yeah. Oh yes. A bottle of Moet Chandon. What was it? Nectar, Imperial Nectar Rosé. It's the rosé part for me, nice and sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the video down, take out a couple of things, because I also have like music playing. I have Mariah Carey and shit like that. Miss Mariah does not like to be played on YouTube, so I gotta pull her out, and then I'm probably just going to publish it just for like the history books and stuff. But yes, Reed Heart of Philadelphia was here, so I told a little bit about what I know about her and her interactions with O.J. Wilson and the whole nine. But my babe just I didn't know he was watching that close. I didn't know he knew everything that was going on. Oh, by the way, my hair for 2026, we are going to start bonsai treeing it. Trimming it and giving it nice in shape. Right now, it's a little off shape, but it's in that stage where it's like too short, but too, not too long. But eventually, I'm gonna be getting my afro back. Yeah, I know that the last time I had it, I had been growing it for like 6 years. Send me the hair. Yes, the hair is back. The hair is back. So. I'm gonna give it another 7 years. I do 7-year stints with my hair. I was going to say something. Go ahead. Yes, you can, Miss View. Looking good. Well, thank you. So it is the day after, Miss View. How are you feeling? How are people feeling? If you come through later on in the for the replay, let me know how you're feeling. Are you tore up from the floor up? Are you tore up from the floor up? So we only had that bottle between both of us, and I was feeling it this morning. Not so much like, oh, I'm trying to, but it's like, okay, I was drinking last night. So we've been just chilling. We ordered in, and we sleeping, binge watching Beyond the Gates. We gotta catch up. Just getting ready to really start the new year tomorrow. Day 2, right? A lot of people get into the whole, Miss View says no alcohol or pain pills. I will make up on the cruise. Drop a bomb on that. Yes. Miss View, is this your first time going on a cruise? I believe this is your first time, right? Don't forget to pack the anti-nausea yes. Okay, so make sure that you pack. I don't know where you are on the boat. It tends to be that the closer you are to the center of the boat, those cabins feel it the least, right? Between the middle and the front. the from the middle back, definitely all the way in the back where the engines are, you really feel it. You really, and it's about like you feel it when they have stabilizers and stuff that come out. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. I have to. Hold on a second. Forgot to share. We back, so that people know that we back in the community post. Okay, we are back. Yes, indeed, we are back. We back. Okay, cool. So, thank you, Hawk. I love you, baby. So Miss View, the closer you are to the center of the boat, you feel the least. And it really is about. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so drowsy. I'm so I'm about to throw up. It's not like that. It's more about if you have a night of I am in the center. Oh well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Still, they have these little stickers that you put behind your ear, like back here. You just slap one in before you start your cruise, and then you should be good the whole cruise. I don't like that because then when you're in the shower, you go into the beach or the pool, it just rubs off and it will flow out. They have now also bracelets that you could just put in your arm wrist, and that's supposed to release some type of chemical that helps you not be so nauseous. When all fails, grab a lime and smell a lime. You smell on the lime, just on the peel. Not even scrape the peel a little bit, and then take a pull from it, and that's supposed to help with nausea. But I find that for me, the only time that I feel like nauseous was if I had a night of drinking at the bars, at the club, and then at dinner, perhaps even the wine at dinner, and then you come back, and I will always get in trouble when I will lay down. Like if I will lay down, because you lay down and you're really gonna feel your bed just like you feel it. And there's certain areas where you feel it the most. Okay, I will get a couple of bracelets. Yeah. So you only really feel it like if you lay down. Like if you have been drinking, you're already spinning from the drinking. And so now you're spinning like this, and then you go lay down in your bed, right? And you're laying down in your bed, and now it's also going like that. So you got this going on with this at the same time. So it's just vomit looking to come through. So my suggestion is always like don't drink too much on the boat itself, because at night, or if you're gonna do it during the day when they're not when you're not moving, because it's like you get tore up from the floor up, and it's not a good feeling. Love Blake has entered the room. Hello, Love Blake. I was just feeling Miss View's view on the shenanigans of last night. Love Blake, do you remember Incredible Hulk? I know you departed a little bit earlier, but Incredible Hulk read everybody from the letter A to the letter Z. Okay, you was in there, Love. You were on the L for love. Okay, he has something to say about everybody. All right, he has something to say. It was. But yes, I did drop a bomb on that. She said, yes, she did. She was there. Were there any lies told? Love Blake, were there any lies told? That's the part. Because show us the lie. But I did have to, Ms. View, remind my husband. I'm like, baby, it is 1:45 in the morning on the first day of 2026. Is this how we're starting the year? This is what we're doing for 2026? Is this what we... And Love Blake has confirmed that no lies were told. I said to my husband, baby, is this what we're doing for 2026? This is how we're starting out the year? And he said he ain't going to talk about it no more, but he just here to get that off his system. I get it. I keep looking that way because he was sitting there, ladies and gentlemen. It's like like he was sitting right there, so I keep looking. And all I see is his empty microphone at the station. Aww. Anyway, so we are going to be putting out our first podcast, I believe Sunday or Monday. We're just waiting to see on a couple of things. It's already in the can. He definitely purged. We have it in the can already. It's already recorded. So it'll be going on like either Sunday night or Monday morning. You can catch the podcast at any where that you stream, or you could go to www.jnhpodcast.com, and there's a player there where you could just play all, and you could start here from now until the first one. Or it's going to also be uploaded to our YouTube page, so jnhpodcast.com. There is another group, Miss View, I just discovered. It's a group of three non-melanated bitches that have a page now named the JNH Podcast. Clearly, that is not Hulk and myself. Once you land there, you're going to be able to tell, because, so... Why would you do that, Miss View? Like, when you come up with a name on YouTube, you go and you search and you see who got that name. These hillbillies are somewhere in Bumblefuck, middle of the country. And I'm like, you came across a black and a Latino's gay couple page. And this is what you want to do, ladies? Because it's 3 of them. I'm all for women empowerment, not the way the beef sector did it, but I'm all for women empowerment. But really, girls, you couldn't at least do something else? Yeah, I couldn't, because it's 3 girls with the name Jan and H. How original. Wah, 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 wah. To each his own. It's a free country, right? So it is what it is. Anyway, I want to come out real quick and say, because I am now used to coming out here every day. So I hope I don't become addicted where I need to come out here every day. But I have set up now my contraption, so I will be able to do an overhead like you do, Miss View, with the split screen. So Legos hopefully are coming back, because my Legos have been sitting for a long periodical time since we moved in. I feel so bad, but it's just been a lot, Miss View. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot good, but it's a lot. Like, we're doing a lot to take care of a lot. And so when we're not doing a lot to take care of a lot, we want to just lay there and do nothing and recharge and rest mode until it's time to go back and do some more. You know what I'm saying? So, but hopefully I'm going to come back and start, because when we moved from the penthouse, all of the Legos had to be taken down, and I was wrestling with whether or not I was just going to take all of them apart and just box everything individually, or should I just take halves, and put them in bags. So I chose the latter, halves, and put them in bags. And so the structures are there, but I definitely have to do some repairs where I gotta bring them back. I am curious to see how they come through. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to, so I'll be doing that. And then I also, I think the next video that I'm gonna do, even if it's a pre-recorded, because it's true, Miss View, you do much better, not you, the universal you. We do much better when it's a pre-recorded. Because I feel like when I'm live and I'm doing something and you go in to do something, and it's another reason why I was in your marathon, which I was so proud. Miss View did 2 whole hours, drop a bomb on that, of non-stop, non-stop engagement. We saw some beautiful artwork, the collaging, and she just kept talking. Were you tired, Miss View, at the end? I sure did. Were you tired? Because you understand that you spoke for 2 hours while still, and for the audience members, I didn't shut up. Exactly. You were, for the audience members, one thing that you guys got to keep in mind is that 99% of the things that we come out here and do, it's like improv. We may have an outline, an idea of what we want to do, and then we come on live and we start jaw jacking while showing you things and doing things, and then there's the interaction with you guys. We don't want to ignore you. So you ask a question, you make a comment, we want to acknowledge your presence, because hello, there's a billion channels out there. You could be spending your time. Like, that's why yesterday we had a group of, at times we had a group of like 14, 15 at a time. And it was, Hulk and I really step back and say, these people could have been anywhere, especially for a ball drop, and they decide to pop their head in here. Rodney Devo came through, like they at least popped their head for a few minutes, said a few things, laughed at a few jokes, and then was out, hit the like and was out, or stayed. Some people stayed through the whole thing. So when people come through, we want to be able to acknowledge them, engage them, and so let's see here. Miss View says, I didn't shut up at all. I used to give presentations and orientations. Yes, I can see that in corporate. I can see that. So it reminded me of work. the engagement, right? Anywhere, yes. And so, but what happens is, which is like I was seeing your live, and so was Incredible Hulk. But then we don't want to, because I know what it's like. I just, that's why sometimes you see me say hi and bye, and then sometimes when you're there, other people want to engage you in conversation. It's like, well, I want to pay attention to what the broadcaster is saying and doing, and I don't want to switch the conversation, So a lot of times I'll just say hi, Miss You, and I'm helicoptering because I don't want to drive the focus from the actual broadcast. But you had a solid group came through. I engaged with my Hulk. He asked good questions. Yes. But we want to make sure. So I think I do better, Miss You. I knew you were there. Thanks. I think I do better when if I'm going to do my unboxing and stuff, I think I do better when it's a pre-recorded, because I can go in, focus, hit the things that I want to hit, show you what I want to show you, and boom. Versus when if I was doing an unboxing live and all that, I have to pay attention to the overhead, the system, what I'm doing, then the comments, and I'm not too fond of people who come on here and act as if we are doing the audience a favor. And there's many people like that. They treat their subscribers like they're the ones doing the favor for that. It's just, I don't agree with that. I don't like it. I just don't like it. So I try to be as engaging as possible and acknowledge people as possible. It's just the right thing to do, I think. So I would say a good 90, even 95% of the things that we come out here and do and say are on the spot, are improv, right? Let me owe them something. I don't like those folks. Let me owe them something. Right. So it could be very challenging when we're doing that. And then if you throw in technical issues like the ones we were having before last night, and Hulk commented on how he commented it afterwards, after when we were laying out in bed before we went to bed, about how I was able to just keep rolling with the punches. And, I had to remind him that A1, I am the performer and I do have the theater degrees. Drop a bomb on that. And I not only did I have mentors in the professional theater world, as a hobby between classes, Miss View, I was when I was taking my law classes and stuff like that, I would my school is literally blocks away from Broadway. So I will have if I had a break on a Wednesday, a few hours, I will step out and go catch a Broadway matinee and then come right back to class to go to my criminology class or whatever. So I've been around it right here, keeping it pushing, never let them see you sweat. Exactly. And so, I've been in all sorts of situations where shit don't go right. Microphones are popping. I told you I was doing a show where a whole light busted, because it was before the LEDs and all that. That particular theater had the ones with the bulb, and those bulbs blow out. At some point, they're going to blow out either during a performance or on their off day. They're going to blow, and it's glass that just shatters and comes down. And I've had that popping, shattering. I know about the glass in my finger, the roach running around the stage, a mouse running around the stage. We've had the CD skip, tick, 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 tick. We've had the band go without music, without power. I've been in the middle of a show and the fire alarm rings. And everybody has to evacuate, vacate the auditorium and the whole nine. And then, the best thing is that happened in the first show. Then we come back for the second show. And then on purpose, somebody pulls the fire alarm again in the afternoon show, in the evening, in the second show. So that we didn't get to do the whole show at all that time. Drop a bomb on that. I've been through so much. I was a fashion industries and technology. And the technology portion, Miss View, is the fashion. They're using fashion as technology. Not computer technology, but the tech of the garment and stuff like that. And that school had a runway in the auditorium. So we were doing our show. We were doing a stop there. and the theater, the stage is a stage, and then with a runway that come out and seating over here. So we will be in the middle of the orchestra area with the seats left and right. And so I remember, and I was a young. This was my second tour that I booked after being on another tour for 10 years. So this is like my first on my own, not with the people I grew up with, not with the people I've been working and traveling with for 10 years. This is like, okay, I'm going to go out there and do my thing. And I was able to book that, right? So I'm there, and it was one, that's the one where I was a swing, and I was on that day, and I'm doing the show and stuff like that, and I see this motherfucker with my coat on walking out of the theater with my coat. Somehow somebody got into backstage, Miss View, and they chose my jacket. I'm pretty sure they chose other people's stuff, but and I'm on stage, and I'm like, that jacket looks very familiar as I'm doing the fucking show, and I'm just like, I think that's my jacket. This is me in my head because I'm mic'd. So I'm like, I'm doing the scene and the whole night, and I just can't, because he came from the side door, from the side door. You know, the side door, there's a side door, the theater side door, and then it goes backstage. He came out, and then he's walking through the back of the auditorium, and I see him leave, and it's snow outside and everything. And I'm like, you know, and I'm able to be off stage. I go to the stage manager. I'm like, who's in the dressing rooms? And she's like, oh, I don't know. She's in the headset. And sure enough, I go to the dressing room because I only have like a few minutes before I need to be in my next scene. And my jacket, and I'm coming back because I'm hearing my lines for me to come back on. And I cussed out everybody. Especially the production team, because they should have had a secure damn environment for our fucking belongings. And this wasn't some ghetto ass theater company. This is like a legit production. So after that, they always now had somebody on green room duty. We literally had a guy whose job was to sit there at every stop and be security at, you know, in the hallway for the fucking green rooms and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I've been through some shit and still had to go on stage and do what I had to do. So when we were having these technical issues yesterday, my husband commented on how cool, calm, and collected, because I told you guys, if I wasn't spinning and you heard me, I said Incredible Hulk must be sweating bullets downstairs, because he was like fumbling and like trying to figure it out. And I'm like, and this is all because he wanted to be in a different room. I said to him, just sit up here. I can do my thing with you staring at me. I perform for like thousands and thousands of people at a time. It's okay. You're not going to make me nervous. It's fine. But I think that maybe he didn't want me to see him, doing his thing live like that. So we ended up just setting it up here. We had an amazing time, and I think that's going to be the setup. If we do that again, where we go live again together, it's just going to be in the same room. There's no need for him to be downstairs. There's absolutely no need. There's no need, Hulk. Come into the room. Come into the light, Caroline. It's going to be okay. It's cool over here. It's really cool over here. So we had a good time. I want to thank everybody that came through. The New Year, New Me, that was just me. I was title baiting you or whatever. I don't believe in the New Year, You Me. It's the same Juanki Pro from 9:22 p.m. yesterday on December 31st. Now, I do have some goals, aspirations, and stuff like that. But the thing about, people want to do New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. And whatever works for people, whatever works for people is whatever works for people, right? I started some New Year's resolutions, Miss View, on December 1st. Drop a bomb on that. Yes. We started several resolutions and several goals and stuff like that. We started doing our goal planning like around Thanksgiving already. And then we was like, okay, December 1st, boom, this is what we're going to start doing. And so, because I feel like for me, having that extra cushion of time, Miss View, sets me up right for January. Like, okay, I've already been doing it. So now it's really like the race for everybody. January 1st, ready, set, go. They say that a lot of the goals by March 1st are out the window. right after 30 days makes things a habit, which is why I'm here today, because I did the vlog mess, and I was like, let me go upstairs and at least give 15-20 minutes, right, fresh start with enough time. Yes. And I feel like you have enough time to crash and burn and fail and not feel horrible about it. You know what I mean? Like, you start in December, you start your goals in December, and if you have a few crashes and burns, you know how to recover. You know how to, especially, let's say, things like dieting or things like saving money or even exercising. The consistency of exercising. If you just like, okay, tomorrow, but if you say, okay, December 1st, let me start. And I'm not saying if you didn't start December 1st, you're going to fail. It's no good. No, I'm not saying that at all, because January 1st, okay, fine. But give yourself the grace to, have a couple of breaks or failures out there, because it's, depending on what it is that you're trying to achieve, you could start a habit, but how do you break all habits? And especially if you set up on your own ways, you know what I mean? Like, I always think that people should be open to growing, developing, all of that. But there are people that are just set their ways, and that's it. There's no changing over here type of thing. And so if you really want to make a change, you got to be able to give yourself the time to fall so you can get up again. That's just my take on it. So some of the goals that, and I don't want to share all of my goals, but because it's an endless list, but definitely live a healthier lifestyle. I am grateful for the things that we have. Giving ourselves, padding enough time in this view to really rest and recuperate. I realize that Hulk and I have been in this unstoppable race. And it's not the hamster wheel. It's that, because at least I'm out of Wall Street, the back alleys of Wall Street and all of that. But this is hamster wheel that we find ourselves in. You understand what I'm saying? And I just wish that for this year, one of the things that I'm going to work on is making sure that I pad even more time so that my husband can rest and recuperate and relax and recover before getting back in the race. And then, we do a stint, and then we can come off and recover, which I think, Miss View, people go on vacation like once a year. It's like, oh, it's our annual vacation. I really think it should be like quarterly. Drop a bomb on that. It should be quarterly. If you are a person that's lucky enough to have a job that affords you, let's say, like 4 weeks vacation, you should just take a week every quarter. And I think that gives you the fuel that you need. I saw some executives back in my day, Miss You, and that's how they was doing it. They would take every quarter after the big thing or whatever, they would take a whole week off. But then I saw some CEOs that would take a whole month of the whole summer off. And those are nice jobs, Miss View. But then again, are they nice jobs? Because they're there all the time. They have to be accessible at all times. They're flying all over the place. Miss View says, I used to do that, and I add days after when I get home to regroup. Yes, and an executive once told me, he said, Miss View, when you go on vacation, never come back on a Monday. Never come back on a Monday. Always try to come back on a Tuesday, maybe even a Wednesday, because Mondays are really, really hard. In the workplace and also just in the body. So if you can set your vacation so that you come back on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and I tried that a couple of times, and I did see the difference. I would say I did see the difference coming back on a Tuesday or Wednesday. The sweet spot for me is coming back on a Wednesday. And also leaving on vacation. You know how people will be like, okay, today's my Friday and I'm off on vacation. No, I would do like Thursday will be my last day, and then I will be off that Friday. So I will start the vacation before the weekend type of thing. So I might do like Thursday to Thursday or Thursday to Wednesday or Wednesday to Wednesday type of thing. And I feel like that works. So I just got to get Hulk into that groove, because he's never really done it like that. So, I try to teach him a few things on how to do some more self-care and and all that good stuff. But anyway, I have Joe Jack for enough now. It's about to be 9:30. I know a lot of people gotta go to work tomorrow. I will be hopefully coming through to do the unboxing of the what are they called? The amenity kits that we got. Could you believe that I have not opened it yet, because I wanted to show you guys and have you see my real reaction. Maybe I'll do that live. Because it's gonna be my real reaction. I took them and I put them in my bag because it was an overnight. I would appreciate it, those kits. I will, okay, because it was an overnight, Miss View. So it's like, I didn't really need those stuff. Plus, we were going to go to the Arrivals Lounge, and they had all of that stuff. I have been waiting for that shit. Drop a bomb on that. On that note, then, I'm going to do the unboxing of it tomorrow. The two, I asked about them 2 weeks ago. Yes, I know. But now I got my setup. Hulk got me the overhead contraption now. Now I just got to download the app. Because what I do, Miss View, I don't know how you do your videos, but I have a camera set up here, right? Whole contraption here, and then I have a ring light overhead, and I think it's the one you suggested when you were doing your things before a while back. And in this ring light, I'm able to put a cell phone in there, an iPhone that I just use for like recording, but I need an app that connects from the iPhone to the software that I have, so then I can have the image come through. So that's how I do it. Whenever you see me with a split screen, I have an iPhone up there with a USB onto the yes, that is the way I do. Oh, look at that. Okay, look at that. And it's like a ring light, right? It has because I think you showed it, and I think you might have even listed it, and I went for it. And it's like a ring light, and it changes colors. And that's why I'm also better lit now. The last few videos, I was in the dark, okay? I mean, black is beautiful, but I was like, you couldn't see me. And I'm like, oh, no, they're going to see this face. So Hulk finally set up the ring light. He finally set it up for me, and so the light is much better now. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'll be happy to do that. Yes, I'll be happy to do that. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who came through last night, and I want to thank everybody who came through tonight. All right, be safe, stay warm. It's snowing over here. It's crazy. It's snowing like 25 degrees, but it is what it is. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a safe night and happy 2026. All right, peace.